Good afternoon. The Hillsborough County Commission on Human Trafficking special call meeting of August 22nd, 2024 is now called to order. I want to thank our board members, staff, and public for attending. First matter of order is we're going to take a roll call. Ms. Montaglione.
Yes. We're getting feedback. Yes. Thank you so much. Member Mohaniecki.
Present.
Chair Clue.
Here.
Still hearing me.
Yes.
Member Petrolak.
Present.
Member Rose. Present.
Got it.
Member Pascali or Officer Sandell? Member Aguilar?
Here.
Good.
Member Dickerson? Member Kozalka? Member Timko? Captain Cave? We do have Sergeant Lindeman here. She is a non-voting member, but she is representing HCSO
Okay.
for conversational purposes. Chief Judge Sabella, Member Justice, Member Loki. Sir, you have four.
Thank you. Okay. A recap of the July 18th, 2024 meeting is in your agenda package. And are there any questions about the recap? Okay, if not, do I have a motion to receive? Okay, we have a motion to receive by Commissioner Cameron Cepeda. Do you have a second? Okay, you have a second. All in favor? Aye. Okay, those opposed? Okay, motion passes and the minutes are approved. Next is our budget planning process. Ms. Montaglione, could you tell us what the remaining budget amount is?
Certainly, sir. We have a couple of pending items. Assuming this one gets approved today, assuming this one gets approved today, the remaining amount would be $185,974. As we had discussed previously in previous meetings, that money will not be carried over. It will be returned to the county administrator's budget and will be spread amongst all of the very worthy projects that Hillsborough County has a need for. We were really trying to get our actuals as close to our budget as possible, but as many of you know, we ran out of time, and we'll do better next year. And part of the reason for the special call was to approve or ask for approval for the $90,000, which is the next item on the agenda.
Okay, thank you. Okay, well, moving on to the next item. And as we mentioned, as far as planning, we have a collaborative labs workshop. That's going to be later on. We'll talk about the agenda, but that gives us an opportunity to better plan for next year and how to spend the money. So with respect to this year's budget, we do have some money left over, and this is the purpose of the special call, is look at how we can spend that additional money before we lose that this year. So Ms. Montaglione, can you once again tell us some options we have for these funds?
I'm sorry, I was answering
Yes.
the county attorney who just messaged me.
Okay, no problem. No, as far as the options we have for the remaining funds this year. Yeah.
The one option is the next item on the agenda, and that's the additional funding for FKQ. And the proposal is in your packet. HTV, do we have FKQ on the call?
Yes, I believe you do.
Okay.
Yes, yes, she's there.
Yes, we are.
Okay, thank you. So if anyone has any specific questions about the scope of work that the $90,000 additional for this fiscal year will cover, then they are available to answer those questions for you.
If we could have a recap, perhaps, maybe a summary of what those additional funds would be used for.
Ms. DiBernardo?
Yeah, and if you want to go to the next page, there's some more details on what's going to be included. But in relation to the plan that has already been approved, this would serve to enhance the primary channels that we had already selected. So if you want to go one more page down. Yep, so you see there's a chart here that starts to detail out what those exact plan elements would be. It includes enhancing our outdoor as well as doing some additional work with Carver Ties and some of our other partners. So this would just be invested and looking to enhance, again, more in that immediate time frame. We understand that there are a lot of large conferences and events that are going on in the Tampa area. So we wanted to make sure that we had full coverage for the coming season.
Okay, do we have any questions about that? Okay, procurement-wise, this is okay to us to expand this, and as far as there's no issues we have. We just need a vote for this group, and that's why we're having a special call meeting today, so we can get authorization from our commission to go forward with that.
That is correct.
Okay. No questions about this. Do we have a motion to accept this proposal?
I motion to accept.
Okay. Motion for Connie Rose. Do we have a
Connie
second?
Rose, sorry.
Thank you. And the second?
Okay. Commissioner Cameron Spade also second. So all in favor, please vote aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Great. So that motion carries and we get that approved. Now, it's the purpose of the meeting today. We could also accept any new business or any comments anyone else has. I think we have no public comment, by the way, today.
We do not. I mean,
Okay.
I did not receive any via email or phone call, and there is no one here in the room today.
Okay.
So we do not have public comment. Thank you for asking.
Good. Well, this is a quick meeting, but it's a necessary meeting, so I appreciate everyone coming for this. But also, we're going to follow this up with a steering committee meeting. And the steering committee is, if you're not on the steering committee, I encourage everyone to attend, because those are always very instructive and informative. So we're going to, in this meeting in a few minutes, and then we're going to start the steering committee a little bit later on. But we have to have two separate meetings. So
We do. So for HTV, they would like to close out this meeting, and then they will restart for the steering committee. So if anyone wants to stay, I think you all saw the multiple emails that I sent regarding the steering committee meeting today, and that is to prepare for the exercise on September 19th. That invite hasn't gone out yet either, but we have all talked about, and I had polled everyone, September 19th, we will be in this room with the folks from Collaborative Labs, who will be on the next call, obviously. Collaborative Labs is going to build on the work that was done 10 years ago, almost exactly, oddly enough. So I sent that recap from the 10-year-old meeting that they did for human trafficking. That was commissioned by then Commissioner Sandy Merman. And what Collaborative Labs is going to do in the steering committee meeting is talk about what your expectations are for the commission for the next 5 years, 10 years. There was a survey, kind of couple of questions that accompanied that email, and that's what they're going to talk about. So, we'd love to have everybody participate. If you cannot stay, which I know some of you really squeezed this meeting into your calendars today, I appreciate that. But if you can stay, great, because then we get more in-person, lively conversation about the plans for the next 5 years, 3 years, 10 years, whatever vision that you have. If you cannot stay, then please respond to that email, read through the document that was sent out, and respond to the questions so the Collaborative Labs folks on September 19th can deliver to your expectations. That's all I have.
Great.
Thank you. And
Okay.
thank you again, all, for coming. I really appreciate this.
If there's no new business, do we have a motion to adjourn?
I just have a question. Are we
Yes.
going to talk about the Tampa Foundation and the mural project?
Oh, sorry, that was on the, I did say I was going to update you all on that.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Rose, you always keep me in line.
Well,
So that's moving forward. It's been approved. I just got approval this morning from our management budget folks, or ESQA is what we use. And that'll start the procurement process hopefully this afternoon. And it is including the $5,000 additional for Hillsborough County sheriffs or security provided by one of the agencies. We're estimating the $5,000 is going to cover it. It could be less, it could be more, but what we're asking for to be awarded is $35,000. So that's done and we're good. No vote necessary.
And once again, what is that Tampa Foundation, just for everyone's understanding?
The Tampa Foundation, so that is the, as it's titled now, and correct me if I'm wrong, Rob, the Public Awareness Static Installation
Okay,
is what we're calling it. And it will be artwork that is installed on columns that support 275, I believe, the entrance and exit at Marion Street. So right around the corner from the Hart Transit Station, which is great because that is a very busy intersection of roadways. The artist has gone out there, she's looked at the columns. I think she's picked out which ones are going to be painted. Dottie Groover Skipper went out with her as well, separately. I believe Miss Rose also went separately so that there's no sunshine issues. She had to make a couple of different trips, and we're moving along.
all right, thank you. Okay, any additional comments? Yes.
I do.
Commissioner?
So I just want to confirm that with the $185,975, $74 that we have in remaining funds, that we're not able to use that before the end of this year, just say, for example, to use it FKQ, since everything's kind of set up to have a, I know you, I think
the
we
F-
mentioned before
yeah.
about the contract being done in time and
Yes.
things like that, but instead of just having to give the money back, but we have the funds available there right now that
We-
could do a
we-
lot of good.
Yeah, I feel your pain, Commissioner. But we could only bring the FKQ contract up another $90,000 because any more than that, we would have to bring it to the Board of County Commissioners. And there wasn't a timeline to prepare an agenda item and take it to the board and have it approved by the board because of the condensed time frame we had. So I could not get an agenda item on in time for us to be able to spend the funds before the end of the fiscal, because this needs to be spent by, I mean, I have to put the request in like mid-September. It's not even like September 30th, they won't accept it. So in order for the fiscal 2024 funds to be spent, I've got to have all the approvals, the contracts, in place, and then have it invoiced and a check sent out in the mail, because we still do that, by the middle of September. And there just wasn't the time frame. And that's why, with the collaborative labs doing a strategic plan for next year, 3 years, 5 years, whatever you decide, we need to have a set schedule for reaching out to the community, seeking proposals from different efforts across Hillsborough County so that we can plan for funding those before it reaches August.
Okay, and then, I was able to get the additional $400,000 for this next year, which
Yes.
starts in October. So that
Yes.
was really good.
And just so you know, FKQ does have an approved contract. This board did approve $200,000 for FKQ in the next fiscal. So that 200,000 will be processed as soon as we hit October 1st. Then I can put that through procurement and they can begin that next work, because that contract doesn't start until January 1st. So January through, I think it's March, FKQ has another 200,000 to do more outreach. And I heard from one of our members today that she saw a billboard. So they've already rolled out from the first contract some of the materials. So happy about that. But no, I mean, unfortunately, there is a lot of need. There is a lot of need. And had we discussed this earlier in the process and made some decisions earlier in the process, we would have spent every single penny. It's just a matter of timing, because this board did not approve any of these contracts until last month. And that's why we're in this time crunch. But we have plans for that 400,000.
Yeah, and just as also a recap for the last couple of years, is we had a big problem getting a quorum.
Yes.
And so a big assistance in that is having alternates attend.
Yes.
So it's hard to get everyone, there's a large board, and to get everyone to attend to have a quorum, that was a difficult process. And so getting, like I said, having to amend our resolution to allow for alternates, that's what's allowed us to actually accomplish a lot of things this year.
Yeah,
So
and
we-
that is very true. I mean, now that we have alternates, like I said, we were able to get quorum today. Several people sitting around this table are alternates because their members could not attend, so that has helped. And we just need, for that 400,000, it's actually 667,000 because we have a budget of 267 as a base. So plus your 4. It's important that we start planning how to spend that money early in the process. And as I said, the 200,000 is already committed to FKQ for that contract that starts in January. So that, brings us down to $467,000 that you'll have available for fiscal year '25, and I can't believe it's already 2025. But when we do the planning with collaborative labs, hopefully some identifiable needs will be identified, and we can start looking for the community in Hillsborough County to bring us their needs so that we can fund what needs to be funded, because you all know and have spoken eloquently about the gaps in services to victims. And while I have the opportunity, I want to thank the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office and everyone that was involved. I did not send it out because I was already sending you a lot of emails, but they did make a dent in human trafficking by, 148 arrests and rescued 7 victims, I believe? So thank you to the Sheriff's Office and all the other law enforcement sitting around the table to make that large of an impact. Still more to go, unfortunately, but maybe folks will start getting the message.
Good. And if you don't have a copy of the steering committee agenda, just a couple things that's going to be in the steering committee, which is coming up, is the Florida Community Innovation, Stop Human Trafficking Through Industry Networking and Education, called SHINE, and also the Collaborative Labs pre-meeting discussion. So I'd encourage you, if you have time today, to attend that. And that's going to be a really instrumental in going forward, is that Collaborative Labs meeting on, I think, September 19th? Is the proposed date?
That's correct. September 19th at noon. I do have on this agenda, it was pointed out to me that it says 1 o'clock.
It's going to be noon? Okay.
It's going to be noon, and I wanted to get through these 2 meetings before I sent a request for
Okay.
another one. I will be sending the calendar out for September 19th at noon, either today or tomorrow.
Good. So like I said, with alternates and having a quorum at every meeting, the opportunity to actually approve matters, and then having this collaborative labs, I think we'll be well set for the next, couple of years, having a roadmap to approve other items. So we won't have a situation where we have some funding that's left unused. And so, any other questions or comments?
It will be used.
Yes,
The
it
county
will. It should-
administrator,
it
I'm
should be.
sure, will have a lot of places she
Right.
can put that 185 to use.
Any additional comments? Okay. And once again, if you have a motion to adjourn, we'll adjourn today. Thanks.
Do we have a motion and a second?
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
Okay, a motion, a second. Okay, all in favor? Okay, this meeting's adjourned, and then let's stay for the steering committee meeting. When
Thank
does
you.
that start, by the way?
As soon as we clear out the room and reset.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Bye.